want to be confident? I mean, the type of confidence where you are your true self on every move you make. Yeah? Not this copy or fake it like when before you make it or whatever BS it is. I mean, being confident, being your inner self shining out when you move, wherever you go. This is the video for you. I'm Vanessa, I'm your host, and I'm going to be talking about expressing through your body with Emma, an NPC bikini athlete, high level. Okay, see you there. And welcome to Speak Up Darling Show. We are in series 2, episode 1. And I'm Vanessa, your host, and I'm with you. I'm with Emma today, a lovely NPC bikini athlete. And we are going to talk about a really hot topic that we say, as we say in French, expression corporelle. So it's still about all the body, but how we're going to express our body internally and how we're going to express the body, bring ourselves, our true selves out there in our movements and even on stage if you want to, or just in the street. Okay. So Emma, tell me about you a bit more. Tell me what you do and what you love about the body.
Hi, Vanessa. Hi, guys. And thank you so much for inviting me. So as you said, I'm Emma. I'm a French bikini athlete in the NPC Federation. And I'm also an online coach. And the fact is that, as you said about expression corporelle, I have a very specific approach of bodybuilding because it's an approach dealing with mind and bodybuilding. And so the thing is that for me and also for you, Vanessa, I know we share the same values about that, is that we have to consider our body and our mind as just a very general thing because they are both us. And so in fact because of that, how I am approaching sport and especially weight training is that we have to consider our mind and our body if we want to get results. And so it's the thing that I try to share with my clients. It's really to be really respectful of ourselves and to work with our body because our body is, I mean, our temple. It's our best thing in the world if we want to go forward. And I always say to my clients, all these things, all your journey, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And if we want to go very, very, in a very long time, we have to be very careful with our body and very respectful.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. I mean, it's so something we don't hear enough in fitness in general. I mean, whatever the level in fitness, what we hear it's go hard, go home. What we hear
Definitely.
it's go through the pain. That's we have uh, an amount of activities that crush literally our body because physiologically, well, to get stronger or to build something, you literally destroy the muscles and then you use the rest normally to build up on it. But it's a bit taken too literally when the body doesn't work like this. The body is much more earthy, as you said, is much more working with the emotions. And if it doesn't want, you're gonna resist whatever you bring on.
Exactly. And it's
So
really interesting what you're saying because I have experienced something myself, but also my clients. And I will tell you a bit more about that. In fact, at the beginning, when when I just started weight training, I was just, okay, I have to go hard, 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 lift heavy, heavy, heavy as much as possible. And in fact, I was doing that. But I don't know, I was not getting really, as much results as I was thinking I will do. And I wasn't, I didn't understand why. And I do several prep and all that. And during prep, because you are very tired, because you are eating less, you have a lot of cardio, I had to step back on my weight, on the weights I was lifting. And surprisingly, I had more results when I just when I was lifting less heavy, but with better form. And I just realized that in fact it was better to lift a little less heavier, but with better form, with better mind to muscle connection, because I was having better results, less inflammation. My body was responding far better well. And I was just, oh my God, it's crazy because I am having more fun at the gym. I am not, tired all the time, and I'm
Yeah.
getting better results. So it's just amazing. And that's the thing that now I am, trying to talk to my clients, in that you don't have to suffer during your session. You just have to enjoy it.
Yes.
It's so true. It's so true. And the thing is, I have no regret about, experiencing the fact that I was doing ego lifting. I have to say it was ego lifting, because, I
Yeah.
learned a lot about it. And now I am able to tell to my girls, okay, girls, no, you don't have to lift heavy, heavy as fuck. You just have to lift heavy, but not too heavy. Just,
The
to
right.
have a good form, to feel that it's hard, but not, that you will just die after your workout.
Yeah.
So that's something very important to say. And as you say, especially in bodybuilding, we are
Yeah.
always saying lift heavy, heavy, heavy. But the thing is, bodybuilding is not powerlifting.
Yeah.
Powerlifting, you just want to lift as heavy as possible, no matter the form. It's okay, it's powerlifting. But bodybuilding, it's about building a body, and it's about considering your body. So because of that, you can't lift in the same way. You have to adopt a different method, a different technique, and it's much more about mind to muscle connection than just lift a weight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the kind of male thing that yeah, well, as an athlete, you know perfectly that it's really uh, who is pushing the most in the room, who is I've worked with bodybuilders in the past, and I've seen bodybuilders training, but I mean it's exhausting just to see them. Just because it's not really it doesn't give for me an atmosphere in the gym that you want to go more. And I could see all the clients in the gym that were not at all bodybuilders, that were just scared, because there is this kind of wild power that is not really heartened, and it's just spreading a negative and some
Yeah,
kind of negative way around you, negative vibe around you, and you don't attract kind of kindness. You don't attract, um, uh, yeah, just kind of warm relationship with others. You're just more and more fighting, and you're kind of fighting for your territory, and you're fighting for your weights, and they're pretty rude, I have to say, in the gym, because they take the whole space, and they take the weights and they don't put them back. So when you work in the gym, it's just I don't want bodybuilders in my gym.
that's
It's
true.
just
I think that it's
yeah,
because some bodybuilders are not kind to themselves, and because of that, they can't be kind to others.
yeah,
And there are two, I mean, it's normal to be very focused on your sports, especially if you have, big objectives.
mm,
But the thing is that you have to find the right balance, because you have also to respect your body if you want to reach your objectives.
yeah,
And when you respect your body, necessarily you will respect others' body, others' minds, others'
mm,
spirits. And that, I think that everything starts from your inner self.
yeah,
And unfortunately, most people now, in our society, never take the time to meditate and just to think about what you want to do of your life, why you are doing bodybuilding or this kind of sports. But we have to do that first,
mm,
before acting and before talking to others and doing things for others.
mm. Well, I think it's because also the the fitness in general has been kind of, well, it was born from army, so it's not it's not a kind feeling for the people. So it's a bit difficult for also instructors or gym instructors to remind them they are not training an army. but there is this vibe of you have to get tough, and it is kind of this unconscious feeling of, if you get muscles, you're tough and you protect yourself from others. And but if you don't know who you are, if you are so scared of showing really your true self, this is all you show is your muscles. It's all you have to show. So it's really important, as you said, to get deeper into your connection with your body, that your body is not just muscles. We're not lasagna of layers of food, of just meat. It's just, we are, the body is interactive in so many ways. The muscles are working differently, and we need to know a bit more about that, and how our emotions kind of our body just reflects how emotions are stored in. I mean, if I'm hinged like this, it's not just because I'm working on a computer. It's all the stress I'm taking in and I don't let go. It's all the emotions getting there, but I store that in my back. So it's how we show to the world. The body is the first things people see, and regardless of disabilities or whatever, that I don't think it's the or if you consider yourself as really ugly because it's not the beauty standards, I mean, it doesn't even matter, because at the beginning, we are just the same. It's muscles, it's a lovely body in any way, because it supports whoever you are in life. But if you keep crushing it, well, it reacts.
Definitely,
it's it's
definitely.
it's it's
And
really important.
as you said, you were talking about, the thing that everything is interacting together, and I think also that we are a sort of, we are all energies.
Mm,
And the thing is that when you said it yourself, that we have to step back and just to go deeper into ourselves. I think that when you are doing that, you have to be conscious that you are energy, but you are also yang and yin energy. So yang is, everything that is very very aggressive. It's more, a man energy. And all the yin is more creativity, femininity. So in fact, we are all women and men. We all have these two kinds of energies. But the thing is that even now for women, because of the society, the current society, we always have, to be very protective, because we are scared of others. And because of that, the young, so very aggressive, or every time in the action, the young energy is always taking over. But because of that, we are just forgetting the yin energy. And the energy is also very important, especially for our inner self. And the thing is that because of this discrepancy, this imbalance, because of that, when I have girls coming to me for, especially for lessons, for classes, for like the as we were saying, for expression corporelle. So how, how to move in the space, how, to be confident towards yourself, but also for others. In fact, I have to talk to teach to these girls, to be able just, okay, to learn to express back their femininity, their yin energy, because this yin energy is just very hidden, because in fact they are just too scared to express itself. And it's very hard because they are not conscious about that. So I have to try to make them realize, that this part of her is in just
somewhere.
hidden, but it's there. It's
Yeah,
there.
it's there.
And so we have to do a lot of work, and we have to go step by step, because of course, it's not something that, oh, you just have to do that, and so, oh yes, now I have my yin energy back and everything is fine. It would be too easy. So we have to go step by step, with some nice games, because I have done 10 years of theater. We said that like that.
Yeah. Yes.
So yes, 10 years, and I learned a lot during these years when I was practicing and performing. And so I am just reproducing this kind of games, nice games, a lot of fun, to just make them distressed. And then we go to pausing, we do some improvisation work. And so it's something very very nice, very friendly, but in fact you are not aware that you are improving and getting better, and that you are learning things about yourself. And that's really what I want to do, is to do something very friendly, very girly, nice, with a lot of good vibes, good energy, but also learning without knowing that you are learning. It's
Yes.
just a very smooth process.
Yeah. It's like opening a door and you see what happens
Exactly.
in this time. Yeah. But that's really precious. I mean, what you bring into that, because um, I've seen obviously many athletes having classes of posing, having the right posture, having things like that. But what you do, it's even much more deeper and much more essential to the human being itself. I mean, just help guiding them to open some doors and see what happens and see how they react, and see sometimes the transformation into them before them. That's the funny thing. I love that when I see that in my
Definitely.
clients. Say, oh yes, there is a click there. Yes, you understand. And you're right. I mean, having the games to do it instead of kind of a textbook, or just following a picture or following another video. I think it's really precious the way you bring that out of them and help them to just discover who they really are, because it's so much softer. It's so much not just gentle, but it's an opportunity for them, and it's not forced upon them to
Exactly.
understand exactly what it is. I remember I read the biography of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he said himself that at some points, I think it was at the beginning of his career, is he took some classes um, with a ballerina
Exactly. Yeah.
to get better at posing, and it made the difference, to really understand how movements went through it, to really expose his muscles. And I found that, especially from a guy who is kind of, especially, well, I don't know him, but the way he sweat of macho, and the kind of guy that's doesn't look like he taking care of women. It's not, yeah. It's especially I've read some kind of things about him at the beginning, especially was not really kind to women, kind of old-fashioned way of thinking about women. Uh, so to learn from a guy like this, that he himself took classes from a ballerina to even learn how to produce better movements, I found that really not just fantastic, but just really, even a guy that macho, that kind of tough and really big muscles, took the time to learn about something so delicate. Because really, even you can learn from a ballerina, but to produce a standard movement from a ballerina, uh, I mean, that's
Definitely.
you're really ambitious. So you really want to get out of your shell in a different way. So if even a guy like him, that's is that young energy, can even learn to get out his yin, I mean, that's also uh, a really, how can I say, a wonderful way for women to see that, yes, you need yang to get into actions, but your yin is so precious too. Your yin made the difference, into how you produce or how you express yourself, uh, body wise, confidence, energy, and to achieve what you want to achieve. And really what you do, that, I mean, the training, yeah, there's always different way to train, there's different way to coach, but to bring that into it, I think it's really, really precious. And I hope that even the people who don't want to do competition, they also kind of get this kind of
Definitely.
this kind
Definitely, because these kind of classes also can really help you. First, for example, if you want to do a photo shoot, it's really, it's really
of practice.
hard when you have never done photo shoot before.
Yeah.
And I know, a few weeks ago, we did a photo shoot with one of my clients, and I was with her. We did it, in the same time. And, I was there because it was not, easy for her to take the right poses. It's not yet something that you are doing, like that. It's really hard. And so also these kind of classes can help you, how to pose, what to do, for example, with a chair, if you have a chair in the studio. And like that, you become more confident.
Yeah.
And also, of course, it's really helpful in everyday life, because you feel more confident when you are going to the gym. And I know it's not easy for every girls to go to the gym, especially in the free weight area when you have a lot of men. So it's really helpful to help you, yes, to get this confidence for the gym, for work also, because at work it's not always easy also when you are dealing with men, and also with your family, because you are a woman, so you are a mom, you are also a sister, but you're also a woman. I mean, a woman for yourself, and you have to take care of yourself, to consider yourself as a unique human being. And because of that, you have to be proud of you, to be proud of what you are doing, what you are, what you will do, what you have done. And I think that this kind of approach is really helpful for that. It's just to be thankful, grateful for what you are at the moment, what you will do in the future, and also just to have confidence in what the universe, the future, will do for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, but that is the part that we we all do. I mean, we all need, not we all do, but we all need. It's to understand that whatever you want to create, especially body wise, it's 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 possible first, but there is the owning part of it that we kind of refuse. It's like we want to adapt a formula, but it doesn't work because, not because we don't implement stuff, but because we don't really go deep enough to make a change and own the formula to what we want to do. And I find that many times with people who are kind of, who think that they've tried everything, um, and they don't get what they want, but because they might have tried, but they might have not done properly the things.
Exactly.
They kind of, because at the back of their head is still, oh, it's not getting anywhere, it's not getting anywhere, it's not getting anywhere.
And the problem, I think, especially in our society where everything is going very, very fast, is that
Yeah.
we were saying that it's great, to just step back and think about yourself, meditate, etc. The thing is that doing that is, I mean, it's quite a long process. It takes time. And now, unfortunately, in our society, we want everything to go very fast. We want to
Yes.
get results very fast. We want to be, very beautiful very fast, to get a very beautiful body very fast. The thing is, it's not like that. Life is not like that. And
Mm.
it's really, sometimes it's a bit difficult for people to understand that a physical but also an inner transformation takes time. You can get a lot of results in a very short time. It's a long time, a long time process, because you are acting step by step, but because you are doing it at your pace, because of
Mm.
that, you are doing it successfully.
Mm.
And you are also always respecting your body, and especially your health. And for me, it's really important because I have clients I have lifestyle clients, but also future competitor clients. And for
Yeah.
me, health is very important. I mean, it's great to want to step on stage and to get results, and okay, it's amazing. but you are doing that because your health is enabling you to do that. So for
Yeah.
me, health is really important if you want to compete. But if you want to make sure your health is on point, you have to be really respectful, to take your time, to do everything well correctly, and not
Mm.
to rush the process. And
Yeah.
also something that I really want to incorporate into my approach of bodybuilding is that you have to take your time and always to respect your body when you want to get results, because in fact I think that in the long term you will get more than to take maybe some projects and all that, maybe to get some fast results, but at the end
Yeah.
you will lose because your health won't be there anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm agree. It's a kind of, you know where you want to go, you know what you want, and feel it to get into this visualization of really this is the plan, but knowing that between now and the plan kind of get live,
Exactly.
there is many things to adapt. Yeah, it's yes, you need to get stronger, you need to get more flexible, you need to get the right stamina for what you want to do, but it's in a physical word, in this physicality, it takes time, because the body, if you don't listen to your body as you change things, the body reacts, and the way it reacts in is using the pain. Can
Exactly.
be kind of tickling pain, and then bigger pain, and then if you don't listen, it goes to injury
Yeah.
or even disease. So it's and that is still not really seen in this society. It's still like, oh, you have a pain, oh, boo hoo hoo, oh, this is a pill and you feel better. Oh, poo, you have a surgery and you feel better. So instead of going on two things like this, if we were taking time from the beginning, when we decide to change our health and to make it better, to get to, well, to ask these things first, the body, what is the plan, body? and and then you can create something much more uh, kind of a proper plan, not just like get strong and get stamina or get to stretch and you feel better. That's too general. Your
Yes,
body
and
needs
it's too
somewhere.
theoretical. It's too theoretical. We have to be more practical and to consider also your body,
Yeah,
really how it is reacting. Definitely.
yeah, that's great. And I'm really pleased that there is people in the bodybuilding like you that do that, because the bodybuilding um, uh, is so kind of tough. It brings really a lot of fight into that, and I'm really pleased that women, especially, who wants to get there and who wants to go on stage and have someone like you to yeah, make it more woman in some way. Making shining the real woman, not just the muscles, but the personality of it, and the harmony into the training, and that is really, 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 really good. I'm really glad for that.
Thank you, Vanessa.
So tell us a bit how we can reach you. What is the best way to reach you or to follow
So,
your page?
so yes, so I am especially on Instagram, so you can definitely reach me on Instagram, send me a DM, or just follow me on Instagram and see I am producing a lot of content there. And also I have a YouTube account, so most of the time I have one video per week, or 2 weeks. So and I am sharing a lot of tips, especially because we have to save some money right now because of the economic contest. But I think that it's great to make the right choice to save some money. I mean, for example, on certain aspect of your life, to be able then to spend some money for your health and your mental
Mm.
health. So in fact, I am trying with my YouTube to give some tips to people to be able then to invest in themselves with
Yeah.
sports, with nutrition. So to make the right choice, to be able to save some money on certain aspects of their lives, which are not maybe the more important aspects of their life, to be able then, to invest in a coach,
Mhm.
to make more, to make better choices for their food and etc. And
Yeah.
so also a lot of mindset, so how, to have some good vibes, to reach your goals, with a lot of good energy. So it's all about that with my YouTube.
Oh, great. Okay. So I will put anyway the links into the comments and to the description, so you can have directly access to it. And I'm sure you have a direct email. So if people are ready to go for it, if women are ready to go for it, they can reach you easily. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Great. Nice. Thank you so much, Emma, for coming on this first episode on the
Thank you,
Cerit
Vanessa.
Speak Up Darling show. See you next time.
Yeah.